What's up YouTube, this is Joe from Zephyr Wargames, and as requested by some of you in the comments and everything with the previous deck profile, I'm going to bring to you guys the combos that you're going to be utilizing within that Sunavalon deck. I took this to my locals as well yesterday, and I got third place with it. Again, it's like this deck is just doing wonders for me at the moment, which is just absolutely phenomenal, and I really enjoy when a deck that I do thoroughly love just does so well. So and I like to bring to you guys these profiles as well that I now know are quite successful. So I'm going to show you guys the combos that this deck actually does. I'm going to show you guys the one card combo where you just normal summon a Loki, or just have any access to a Loki, and you get your base board that you're always trying to end on, which is 3 disruptions. I'll then show you guys the combo that you can do that utilizes Mardell in your hand, just because I know a lot of players out there, a lot of Sunavalon players out there think Mardell's an absolute brick, and she's not too much of a brick if you do want to get her out the deck. But if you do open with her, thanks to the Rika support, there are ways to actually utilize her within the combos. The board does change a little bit, but at least you get to utilize the Mardell to her potential. And then I'll share with you guys the Cactus Bouncer combo, which is a devastating combo, and it's one that I highly advise to learn and memorize, because when you put it off, you get such easy wins out of it. I've done so well with Cactus Bouncer lately. It is phenomenal. So before I can get into all that, if you enjoyed, give us a like and subscribe down below. Ding that notification bell, because obviously if you enjoy person's content here on YouTube, you don't want to miss on that content, and that notification bell helps prevent that. And all of that is greatly appreciated, and we thank you guys so much for doing so. So with all that said and done, let's get into these Sunavalon combos. I'll probably, if I remember to do it, I might show you the OTK combo as well. It's pretty simple, to be honest. Once you've learned the first turn ball combos, it's pretty much the same. But you can get some good easy kills with that. So all these are just, you get access to Loki, and that's pretty much it. There's either Loki itself, unexpected dive, painful decision, and if you do play it, 1 for 1 as well. All of these give you access to Loki, so once you have that, you can then just go off from there. So you normal summon your Loki, you link it off, you get to your Dryas. Dryas activates and gets you Sorry. From here, you then just play Soaring. You summon a twin from deck, and you take 1000 damage. This triggers Dryas Chain Link 1 and Twin Chain Link 2. You want to protect your Dryas pretty much most of the time. Your twin gets you your Loki, and your Dryas gives you those life points back, and you summon a healer from your extra deck. Healer then gives you 300 life points, so now you're at 83. You then link those off into your first Jasmine. You then use Jasmine's effect to tribute your twin. This summons a Lone Fire from deck. You then use your Lone Fire's effect, tribute that off, and you summon your Mardell from deck. Mardell then gives you a plant from deck to hand. You add your Laurel. As soon as your life points are higher than your opponent's, you special summon Laurel, and then you link those off into a second Jasmine. This triggers Laurel's effect to give you 500 life points back, which then triggers both Jasmines. So now you're at 8800 life points. So now both Jasmines are going to search you a plant. So you're going to search both your Rikas, a Mudan and a Snowdrop. From here, you're going to use a Loki and a Jasmine. This is how I like to do the combo, just because it gives you the most value, into a Melius. Melius then triggers revives a Loki. Now you trigger your Jasmine off for your Snowdrop. Snowdrop then summons Mudan. Mudan activates, and since it was summoned by Plant's effect, gets you a Rika card, so you get your Rika sheet. You can then use your Loki as link 1. You have to do this now because it won't be a level 4 lower. So you make your second Dryas. Dryas activates and gets you another Sunvine card, so you can get a Shrine. From here, you can use Rika's effect to make both her and Mudan level 8. and you overlay those two into teardrop. And then from here you can, if you have, so this is your main focal point of just a single card, you get this. From here you can, if you have another card in hand for a discard, it can literally be anything. Discard your card to play Shrine. Use Shrine's effect to revive Loki. Because from just that one card you get this. From here you can then just literally just link those off and either summon a Bagel Lancer or a Driantre. If you make Driantre, you're going to get a pseudo skill drain trap card. Wherever it is, where did I put it? I put it somewhere. There it is. You get a bloom, and then you can set your 2 traps. So from here you have 3 disruptions just off a single Loki. So you get a teardrop where you control a plant, which you do. You can then just attach material to tribute a monster on the field, you tribute your opponent's stuff. From here you can then use weaker sheet. There's another disruption to negate the opponent's monster, and if you want to tribute a plant, you can then steal their monster for the turn. You have a bloom, which is just a blanket skill drain for the monsters currently on board, and then you have your Driantre, and you search the second shrine off that 1 card combo. Very, very strong. It doesn't seem much, but out of a single vanilla, you're getting 3 disruptions, and most competitive boards do end on at least 3 disruptions at the bare minimum. They're all focused on doing that, and they do that consistently. And since we can do that consistently and break through hand traps while doing so, the amount of times I've done that lately is pretty crazy. It's very strong. It's a very underrated how this deck can do that. But as I was just mentioning earlier, if you wanted to, if you had a single discard as well while doing this combo, you can then just ditch that card to play Shrine, and then you can use Shrine's effect to revive the Loki, and then you can link those off into arguably what I think is a better board, and you get your Bagel Lancer, because you keep a Drias in play, and since once you take damage, which you will thanks to Bagel Lancer, and obviously you set your sheet, you can then summon something out your extra deck. It's just at the moment going to be one of your 2 Thrashes, but at least you can have a Thrasher already on board. It's only going to be 1600, but that's enough to punch over something in defense and then steal it back. Plus you also then just giving yourself a free plant, which then you can link those 2 off and then go off into something, into another play. And if you played sheet on your turn, you know you can do that as well. So that's another thing that you can nicely do. But yeah, so that's the just generic standard 1 card combo that you're going to be performing in your deck like 99% of the time when you go first. So now I'm going to show you guys the 1 card combo that, well, the combo that uses Mardell in hand, as I think that's a very important combo to learn. You know, summon your Loki, link it off, summon your Drias. Drias then activates, gets you your Sowing, play your Sowing, summon your twin, take the damage, summon back your vanilla, and then summon out your healer. Link those off into Jasmine. Jasmine tributes off for your Lone Fire. And now this is the point where we can't obviously summon Mardell because Mardell's in our hand. What we gonna do? We're gonna tribute that off, and we're just gonna summon our Lowell straight from our deck. From here, I'm then gonna link those 2 off and summon out a second Jasmine. This triggers the Lowell, gain life points back, and then triggers both our Jasmines. So we're going to add our Snowdrop, and we're going to add, it can be any plant, in all honesty. Like, it can literally just be anything. So you can, in fact, just like add a second Lone Fire. You can just add the Mudan if you really wanted to. Like, there's many ways that you can do perform this. So I'll just add the Mudan just to see where we go with just while adding the same cards. From here, you're going to then tribute the Jasmine off. You can summon your Snowdrop. This triggers, and you can summon your Mardell. Mardell can now add you another plant. So again, it can be anything. We'll add a second Lone Fire because why not? And then from here, you can then use your Mardell with your Jasmine. And then you can make your Melius. You can then use Melius's effect to revive the seed. And then from here, you can then use your Mudan's effect if you wanted to. You can then tribute that off. Get out the Mudan. Mudan's then going to get you a sheet, I believe, because it even works on her own effect. This card from hand. This card's normal special summary effect of a plant monster, which it has because it's its own effect. You can add a Rigor Spell or Trap. So you can add your sheet. And then from here, you can use your Snowdrop, make them level 8, and overlay into your Teardrop, and you can set your sheet. So it's not as impressive, obviously, like you do lose a disruption. In all honesty, but it just gets the most value out of that Mardell that's just been stuck in your hand if you really wanted to get the value of her. So you do end on the link 3 that can't be attached, so your Teardrop can safely use her effects, knowing that you've got some form of protection with another plant, and then you still have your sheet as well, so you can do all that nice business as well. So if you didn't want to end on the Teardrop, you still grab your sheet. You can then just turn your Snowdrop. You can turn your Mudan and your Melius into either a Driantere. You can search your trap card, or so you have 2 traps, or you can make a Bagelancer as well. You got both of those options there for you. So obviously, the combo does get stronger if you had like additional cards in your hand, like if you had access to a shrine already, and so on and so forth. You can at least get like probably a Link 1 to go along with that. So that's that combo as well. I'm now going to show you guys what I call the most superior combo, where if you do it all without using your normal summon. So if you can do the entire combo without using your normal summon, you get your 3 disruptions and a Vanity's Emptiness in play as well, which is just absolutely busted. So we're going to play an Unexpected Die, because that's like the best way to do it. You special summon your Loki, and then you literally just perform pretty much everything as standard the same. Make your Drias. Drias gets you your Stirring. You play your Stirring. Summon your Twin. Twin gets you back your Loki. Drias gets you your healer, getting your life points back. Link those off. Summon out your Jasmine. Jasmine tributes the Twin. Summons out the Lone Fire. Tribute the Lone Fire. Summon out Mardell. Mardell adds Laurel. Specials Laurel. Link those off. Second Jasmine. Jasmine. Both Jasmine's trigger. Because Laurel, you're going to add your Snowdrop, and then you're going to add your Cactus Bouncer. So that's very important. From here, you then link these off to Melius. Melius gets you back your Loki. You can then the main. So from here, you're gonna have to have to get the most value. In fact, as well, you're gonna need to have another plant in hand. So any plant, it can literally be any single plant. It could be another vanilla, as far as I care. It can literally be anything. So I'm going to show you with just another vanilla. So if you had another vanilla as well, just any plant in your hand. So it is technically a 2-card combo. It's like a 1.5 card combo if you really want to be nitty gritty about it, because it's literally any way to special summon your starter and then any other plant. This gets the most value out of the combo, because from here you're going to tribute Jasmine, special summon your Snowdrop. Snowdrop's going to special summon your other plant in hand. From here you're going to use your Loki. Going to make a second Drias. Drias gets you a Sunvine card. We're going to add our Shrine. From here we're going to use Snowdrop's effect. Make both level 8. Overlay those into your Teardrop. Going to link these off. And we're going to make ourselves Bagel Lancer. I always make Bagel Lancer in this combo, because now I'm going to just normal summon Cactus Bouncer and pass 10. So what you get out of this is 2 disruptions, because you're going to have your bounce with the Bagel Lancer and a tribute off the Teardrop. But now you have a blanket Vanities in play, because now a Cactus Bouncer in play cannot be special summoned while another plant monster is on the field. Neither player can special summon monsters. So yes, you are locked out as well, but you have a 2500 point body who can just bounce an opponent's card per turn, and you have a Teardrop in play, which is pretty strong. So you're going to tribute anything that your opponent summons if you think it's going to be a threat. You're going to bounce their first normal summon, or just, yeah, their first normal summon, because Flounderies are a thing. So you're going to bounce that normal summon, and now they're locked out with an 1800 point body on the Vanity's Emptiness. Very, very powerful. Like, this board doesn't seem much, but I've gotten very easy wins out of this, because your opponent just can't do anything. Like, just literally nothing. Your opponent's just stunned, again, unless they're playing like Flounderies, which, you know, you're not going to know that until they summon their first level 1 bird. So this is a very strong combo, one that I highly do recommend to memorize. Again, all these combos just get better the more cards you have in your hand. Like, this was just literally a way to just summon a starter, plus any plant ends on this. If you had any other discard, you can end on a Bagel Lancer, plus a Drias as well. So you can end on that as well. You're not going to resolve the Drias by burning off the Bagel Lancer, but you're still going to have the fact you can keep a tree in play is very strong in Sunavalon. If you can, any way to keep a tree on board is very, very good. I had a game yesterday of recording this where I won literally by just having a Drias and a sheet in play. Like, I literally won from that, which is just absolutely insane. Like, against Oh No TK train deck. Like, it was just so funny. But yeah, those are the combos. In fact, this video is already long enough anyway, so there's no point for me to not do it. I'm going to show you guys how would you go second. Like, what would I do going second? Just again off a single vanilla, link it off Drias. Drias gets you your sowing. You play your sowing, summon your twin, summon that back, summon that out, link those off into Jasmine. Jasmine triggers, some tributing that. Some Lone Fire, Mardell, Laval, link off into Jasmine. Both Jasmine's trigger. Because I still do it this way, even going second, because you never know what your opponent can, like, just randomly pull out of their pocket. Like, it's crazy. Link into Melis. Melis gets back your Loki. You tribute these off. Summon out. Use your Mudan to grab your sheet. And then you can use these to go off into your fact, you can use your Loki to gain second 3S. 3S then gets you another Sunavalon card. You add your shrine. You can then use these to go into a second Melius. Melius gets you back your Loki. You can then link your Loki off into your third 3S. 3S gets you another card, another Sunavalon card, so we can add another Sowing, because if we can put many Sowings in the graveyard, we then just have a lot of protection. Use your shrine, ditch your Sowing, use your shrine to get back the Loki, and then you link those off. 3 enter gets you your trap, and then you link your Loki off into your Fascia. Fascia gets 4k from the 3 enter. Melius can then give Fascia 2 attacks, so he can attack twice with 4k each, and you have both your traps in hand, and that's just of a single vanilla. Like literally just a single vanilla gets you that board going second. So it's an OTK from there. Like literally, if your opponent has no monsters on board, it's a straight up OTK. If they do have a monster on board, it's a lot of damage. And if you're up against an opponent with 4k boss monsters, you go, cool, swing into Fascia, protect your Fascia with the Sowing Engrave. Fascia steals the monster, 4k with that and 4k with that. And then you have your 2 traps as well. So that's 2 disruptions on board, plus probably potential OTK. But that's it. That's the combo videos. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, long video, but I've given you guys 4 combos, so you know I'm being quite generous with this one. So if you guys want to see the profile that got me 3rd place in our locals yesterday, as well, it's another 3rd place. It's a slight difference to the build, but you can see how I'm like mentally working on the deck and how I'm thinking of improving it as I go. The more I play it, post it down in the comments below. It would be a while before it gets uploaded, most likely because we are expecting a lot of videos coming out, because our Grand Creators sets coming out now. The Grand Creators is coming out, so there'll be a lot of that coming out, so that profile will be delayed, but if enough of you like it, I will at least record it and schedule it for upload here on the channel, so you can see how this deck goes. So as always, like, comment and subscribe. This is going to probably be my deck until Battle of Chaos now. This is quite funny, quite insane. Until next time guys, as always, stay safe and of course, happy dueling.